What's going on, boys? Back with another video. Today we're taking the Camaro over to paint, but first things first, we're gonna go pick up a brand new hood, 6 inches, because the 4 inches, they don't have the 4 inches, so I figured bigger is better. So we're gonna pick up the 6-inch one at Classic Industries, which is in Huntington Beach, about 10 minutes away. So we're gonna pick that up, bring it back, make sure it fits, and then take this bad boy over to paint. So that'll be the plan for today, and I'll be bringing you guys along so you guys can meet my painter, you guys can meet my Classic Industry guy. Let's get it done. Let's go. So sick. This truck is so sick. I really like the exhaust coming out the rear fender here. Really nice little touch. Really love the wood. I don't know what it is, but with trucks with wood on the back, just looks so sick. The quarter windows, look at this thing. Nice little details out there. Really love the pinstripe too, how they broke that up. They broke up the colors with the little orange pinstripe. And on the piping on the seats. Small little 350, nothing too crazy. It's all in the details, boys.
Number 36.
Hell yeah, we got it in. Let's get out of here. All right, boys. So just got out of Classic Industries, heading back to the shop, and I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about what it fucking actually takes to build a car. And this is kind of funny because I forgot about it until I started doing it again. Because I used to build cars all the time. It wasn't a big deal. I used to do it. Fucking that was my thing. So what you guys will notice is that 90% of the build is going to be in the last 10% of the entire work. And what that means is that the things that people think is the hard stuff, the things that matter, actually aren't. What matters and what you're going to spend most of your time on is going to be the small things, like finding parts, finding a fucking little fitting that if you don't have it, the motor will start from oil. Like, you need a little hose that nobody has, but you have to order, and it's gonna take fucking 4 days. So you're gonna be sitting around for 4 fucking days while you get that part, and you can't do any other work until you get that fucking part. 90% of all the work is in the last 10%, which is the 10%, which is finding the fucking little things. Okay, and that's what your boy's doing right now. Is most of my day is not like actually working on the car. Most of my day is tracking down parts, finding good fucking prices, and making sure that I can get parts in quickly. That's all of my fucking day now, which is stupid, but it is what it is. You know, I could fucking take a car apart and put it back together, but it sucks when you don't fucking have all the parts. And these old cars, even if a car is together and you take it apart and you put it back together, things break, things are missing, and you're gonna have to fucking track shit down. So that's the name of the game, and that's what you have to understand when you're building a car. So just so you guys understand, that's what it takes to build a fucking car, is finding parts like your boy is. I'm probably spending an hour of my time coming out here buying this fucking hood, but it's worth it because I'm saving $120 on shipping, and I need the fucking hood today because I'm sending the car out to fucking paint. So it's like, you gotta do it, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the shop and then get the hood on the car and then send it over to paint, get that thing ready to get painted and get it back to the shop so we can finish it all up and get it up for sale. Let's get it, boys. All right, boys, we got the Camaro on the truck. It's getting loaded up right now. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's getting loaded up. I felt bad for the guy because I left it on the street. This poor guy's like about to get hit, man, shit. All right, boys, heading to the body shop. A little bit in a rush because I want to get all this shit done ASAP so they can start on the car and I don't have to worry about shit. But let's go ahead and go to the paint shop and then get this bad boy painted. All right, boys, we got to the paint shop. Hopefully they do a good job on this bad boy because I want it to look good. But that's a 4-inch hood right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. But yeah, it's a big ass hood, but who cares because it's a fucking race car. And California, oh my god, mira. Look at this bad boy right here. Very nice. Very nice. Pero sí, me preguntan si hay problemas, si tiene su taller al lado de otro. De verdad yo creo que no. Creo que no, pero ahorita le voy a decir por qué. Alright boys, so I came to this complex over here to drop off my car. And there's a whole bunch of other shops that are right next to it. Kind of like mine. And I just wanted to show you guys like what kind of setup in California that we have. We have houses right over there. Okay. We have office buildings over there, and then we have a complex where we have all automotive services. And as you guys can see, we have a Jiffy Lube, which is right there. Pep Boys, which is over here, a Smog Place. We have like a whole bunch of different ones, a bunch of different shops for different reasons. But this is kind of how shops in California are set up, all pretty much right next to each other. And it's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing, but everybody has different preferences. But in California, this is what we have to deal with. Our competition is right next to each other, which is good and bad for different reasons, and I'll talk about it later. Okay, boys, we're back at the shop. Gotta keep going on the Camaro actually, because all I gotta do on this bad boy is just put on some of these fittings that I just got in today. I needed some like 8 AN fittings, some 10 AN fittings, and I still need the 10 AN hose. But the fuel system pretty much be done now. Besides that, gotta finish up my day probably on the Mustang, get everything ready for that, get organized with the Mustang again, because the Camaro's pretty much done. I only need the ignition coil harness. Once I get that and I get the hose, the car will be ready to start up. Hopefully, we don't need anything else, but I pretty much should have everything I need. And if I don't, everything's pretty local, so it shouldn't be a problem. So the Camaro is pretty much set for right now. Once we get it started, then I'll be able to route all the wiring, put everything where I want it, know where I want to put the computer, all that good shit. And once we do that, then I'll be able to take it apart, set it to paint. But getting started is always the hardest part. Everything else, just organizing shit, is very easy to do. And I'm not really in a rush to finish this car fast. So by the time I leave for Cuba in 2 weeks, this car should be taken apart and into paint by then, hopefully. But the 69 is in paint now, and today, all I'm going to be working on is finishing or getting everything organized with the Mustang, because tomorrow I'm going to take a whole bunch of the chrome pieces over to powder coat, and then get the tires demounted and get everything ready so I can go and get those painted as well. And then and then I'll be jumping on the Mustang, getting everything ready for that. I got got all the linkage that I need for the steering. And then once I get that done, I'll be able to put the motor in there, and then get all the motor stuff taken care of. And then hopefully that one will be ready to go by the time I leave for Cuba, or it'll be closer, by the time whatever, you know what I mean. By the end of December, these fucking cars will be back in the shop, and I'll be building them to finish. That's what the plan is, and everything's been going to plan. Thank the Lord. Knock on wood, boys. Knock on wood, you know what I'm saying? All right, boys, let's get to it. All right, boys, fucking pissed because your boy ordered the wrong shit. I ordered a 8 AN straight cut O-ring on one end, and I got the 10 AN fitting on the other side, and I needed it switched. I needed 10 AN straight cut with the O-ring on one side, like it is here, and this end I needed 8 AN, and this is a 6 AN, which is not the right one, so I fucked up. I ordered the right shit, getting here tomorrow. We'll keep going with the fucking fuel system tomorrow. Pretty pissed because I fucking didn't order the right shit, so I'm more mad at myself more than anything. But that's okay, because now I have an opportunity to clean up the Mustang, get that thing ready, because tomorrow, or hopefully today, but probably tomorrow, I'll start working on it again. All I gotta do is mount up the shifting column, the column for the steering column. Jesus Christ, Nestor. The steering column, and I'm still waiting on another joint. It should be here tomorrow. I do have the shaft, so when I get all that stuff together, I'll be able to put that in, and I'll be able to roll the car around, finally. And once I'm able to roll the car around, then I can throw the motor in, fit everything, make sure everything's cool, and then I can start fitting everything up. Turbo piping, fuel system, all that good shit. So that'll be tomorrow once I get all the stuff for that car. But I'm going to organize the shop up and get ready for a productive day tomorrow, because I don't really think I need to order anything up anymore. It'll be straight work, which I want to fucking do, because that's what I'm really good at and what I love to do. I fucking hate ordering parts. It's like, a fucking fitting isn't letting me keep going with the car, which sucks, because I pretty much have everything else ready to go. So anyways, Your boy's back to square fucking one. Not a big deal because we got other shit to work on, so we're gonna keep hammering away at the Mustang. 69 is over at the paint shop, as you guys saw. The bike's getting here on Friday, the red one, hopefully, and then I'll be able to get started on that. I'm still looking for somebody to do the wiring on my bike over there. I fucked up because my buddy was supposed to come down on Sunday, and I completely fucking lagged on him, so sorry about that to my buddy. So hopefully I get that over to his shop so he can take a look at it, but it just sucks because it's like I'm behind on my projects, which I don't want to do. I want to keep things rolling, but here we are. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything organized for the Mustang, get everything ready for tomorrow, and let's get to work. All right, boys, so this is my plan with the entire steering system on the car, on the 66, because tomorrow I'm gonna be working mostly on the 66, so I wanna get everything ready. But my plan is to use the original shaft, the column and the shaft. Normally the shaft is centered and held in place by the gearbox. The box is like right here, and this thing is always chilling here. And normally this is this rubber ring that goes in here, and it kind of keeps everything centered. But unfortunately I won't be able to use that because then like the steering shaft will be like flopping around. So I went out and I bought this bearing that fits the column and the shaft. So I'll be able to put the bearing in there, and it'll keep everything centered, and it'll give me like nice range of turning. And then once I get it in place and I know exactly how long I need it, I'll go ahead and chop the column, and then I'll go ahead and press the bearing in and make sure everything's centered, and it should be good to go. So that's my plan for tomorrow, is to get this thing measured. So I'll put the column in the car and then measure it out and then chop it as much as I need, and then I'll be able to put the joints on, the shaft, and I should be able to get my steering ready to go without any problems. It'd be nice to get my lift back because this thing has been on here for a couple of days, and it's nice to have more than one lift available. If I need to, I can push the car out. But basically, that's my plan for the steering system. Once I get the steering system done, I'll be able to put the motor in, no problem. So today I just want to kind of get everything ready, organized, because tomorrow I want to hit this thing running. And by the way I'm going to hold the steering column to the actual firewall is this plate, and this plate given to me by my friend Vince. So shout out to Vince, Vince .Hernandez10 on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow him. But this plate will go up against the firewall, and then it'll hold down the column with like some like a hose clamp if I need to. Or I could tack this fucker if I wanted to, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some screws, because there's like some holes for screws here. Whichever looks cleaner. But basically, Flaming River makes this plate, and they normally use a hose clamp to hold the steering column in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that tomorrow and get it going. All right, boys. Day's over. Fucking crazy day. Mostly mental today, mental stress, just because I was running around making sure everything was cool. But not a lot of physical. I feel fine, like physically, but mentally I'm drained, which kind of sucks because I'm going to go meet up my friend right now, and we're going to have deep conversations, and that's going to even tire me out even more, which is not a problem because I take advantage of any time I get to meet one of my friends, because my friends are incredible people that are just on another fucking level. So I take advantage of that shit because these guys are busy. They're busier than I am, and I'm fucking busy, so crazy. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like always, make sure you guys check out my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that shit. Link in the description below. And leave me a comment, boys. I like answering you guys' shit. I just don't have time all the time. But I'm going to be more vigilant about it because all we're doing is doing online stuff now. So building up the online presence, making sure the website's done. I got a whole bunch of really cool stuff coming for you guys. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Take care, boys.